Okay, so this is an example of a magnet. So the first thing you need is a sketch on a plane, and we're going to make a rectangle. So the rectangle that we want needs to be 2 inches by 2 inches, right? So I'm going to type 2, and then I'm going to use the tab key on my keyboard to tell the other side to be 2, and then I'm going to hit enter. When I do the first extrusion, I'm going to click E, and I'm going to extrude this face 0.3. So the first extrusion we're going to do is 0.3. If you don't want your base to be a rectangle, you can make a circle or a heart or something else. As long as it's about 2 inches by 2 inches, I don't really care exactly what shape it is. If you want to modify the rectangle, you can fillet the edges and give them, some roundedness if you want to. So we can fillet these edges if you want to. If you don't want to, if you just want to leave it a rectangle, that's fine too. We also have a tool called chamfer. You can chamfer edges if you like that look better. Okay, so chamfer and fillet are 2 different kinds of things you can do just to modify your shape. Okay, now once you've got your base, this is important. Once you've got your base, open up your bodies over here by clicking on that triangle and right-click on this body and create a component. Making this component is critical so that you can add color. Now, we can add the color right now. We can right-click Appearance, and we can make it white. Okay, and then I can pull over white onto my base. Okay? Now, up on the top, you need to click where it says unsaved, or if you're smart and you've already saved your work as, you should be in your magnet folder. You can call it something like My Magnet. All right, so come up here at the top and click on My Magnet. If you're still clicking component 1, you're going to create a child of that component, and you won't be able to change the color. Children of components stay tied to their parent component. So come up here, make sure you're not clicked on component 1, and create a new component. Click OK. See how I have component 2 that's totally not part of component 1. It's its own separate thing. That's good. So we're going to put a sketch on top of our base and draw whatever you want. You can use the line tool, the rectangle tool, the circle tool. I'm going to use the spline tool just to make sure everybody remembers how this works. The spline tool makes curves. See how I'm curving that around? Right click, OK. And now I can make another spline and do, oh, that doesn't look great. So there's a heart. It's not the world's best heart. I can grab these points and move them around until I'm happy with it. When I'm happy with it, I can extrude. I want my levels on top to be 0.2. So if that's the next level I want, I can now color it because it's its own component. Right click, Appearance, and I can make it red for a heart. Heart's red. Okay, so I've got a nice red and white magnet now. Okay. Yours should be better than this. This is just, whatever, for an example. So this is a 3D thing that my printer could make. Each color is its own level. If you want different colors or more things, make sure that there are different levels, right? Now, once you have your work saved, to make the drawing, right here where it says Model, switch to Drawing from Design. Click OK. And it'll generate your paper. Give it just a second. Or 10, So it's already called Magnet and My Magnet because it's already there. And look, it already wants to place my front view. So click your front view and then come up here to projected views. We're going to project the right view, the ISO, and the top view. So I want to project this. I want the right view. I want the ISO. Try to keep them lined up. And I want the top view. And then I'm going to do right click, OK. So now I've got my front view, my right view, and my top view. I need to dimension the depth of my top view, and it needs to go to the right. I'm going to dimension the width of my front view, and it needs to go above. And I'm going to dimension the height of my right view, to the left. So it's the right view, and I'm dimensioning the height to the left. Does that make sense? Okay, when you're done dimensioning, double click on your ISO and make it shaded so that we can see the color. It just looks a little bit cooler. And save your work. My Magnet Drawing is a good name for it, and you're done. Okay, obviously your magnet should be more creative, more involved, and better, but this is essentially how you're going to do the magnet project.